Whiskers. Amari's new puppy always seemed to have crumbs in its whiskers after eating. Whiskers.
Whiskers. W-H-I-S-K-E-R-S. Whiskers.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Goggles, plural noun, eye coverings resembling spectacles but with shields at the sides and short, projecting eye tubes with the glass fixed in the front end used to protect the eyes as from water, light, dust, or cold, often used with pair. As a good luck ritual, Ahmed always adjusted his goggles 13 times before mounting the starting block. Goggles.
Goggles. G-O-G-G-L-E-S. Goggles.
Feline. Serena moved through the ballroom with feline grace. Feline.
Feline. F-E-L-I-N-E. Feline.
Reveal. Marilyn made a point to dramatically reveal her birthday wish list to her parents, hoping that the extra effort in presentation would earn her an extra gift. Reveal.
Reveal. R-E-V-E-A-L. Reveal.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Embers, plural noun, slowly cooling emotions, memories, ideas, or responses from past experience that are still capable of being enlivened. General Organa sought to stoke the embers of resistance to the First Order. Embers.
Embers. E-M-B-E-R-S. Embers.
Aware. Colin is aware that his room is messy and claims he will clean it soon. Aware.
Aware. A-W-A-R-E. Aware.
Wallet. A pickpocket at the airport clearly snatched Remy's new leather wallet. Wallet.
Wallet. W-A-L-L-E-T. Wallet.
Texas, also pronounced Texas. Austin, the capital of Texas, is known for its eclectic live music scene. Texas.
Texas. T-E-X-A-S. Texas.
"40. Mrs. Gent celebrated the day she turned 40 years old by going to a rock concert held inside a ballroom. Mrs. Gent celebrated the day she turned 40 years old by going to a rock concert held inside a baseball stadium. 40.
40. F-O-R-T-Y. 40.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Wrenches, plural noun, hand tools that usually consist of a bar or lever with adapted or adjustable jaws, lugs, or sockets, either at the end or between the ends, and are used for holding, twisting, or turning bolts, nuts, screw heads, pipes, or other objects. For her birthday, Olivia asked for a new set of wrenches so she could help her dad build a swing set in their backyard. Wrenches.
Wrenches. W-R-E-N-C-H-E-S. Wrenches.
Kitchen. This is a noun. The personnel that prepares, cooks, and serves food. Knowing the president had had a long day of summit talks, the kitchen sent up some of his favorite dishes for dinner. Kitchen.
Kitchen. K-I-T-C-H-E-N.
T-C-H-E-N, kitchen.
This word has a near homonym, impolite, adjective, lacking in courteous behavior, in etiquette, or in consideration of others. Jane did not want to be impolite, but she was not staying in a hotel room that smelled like a sewer. Impolite.
Impolite. I-M-P-O-I. No.
You take a seat. This word could be confused with a similar word, capture, verb, to get control or secure domination of, to take over. Milo's plan was to capture the enemy base and then use it to launch a final, devastating attack on his video game foes. Capture.
Capture. C-A-P-T-U-R-E. Capture.
Circus. After his first trip to see a circus, Jose could not decide whether he most wanted to become a clown or an acrobat. Circus.
Circus. C-I-R-C-U-S. Circus.
This word has a homonym. Camera, noun, a device that consists of a light-proof chamber with an aperture fitted with a lens and a shutter through which the image of an object is projected onto a surface for recording. The camera on Lynette's new smartphone takes extremely high-resolution photographs. Camera.
Camera. C-A-M-E-R-A. Camera.
Ordinary. The artist had a knack for taking ordinary objects and turning them into works of art. Ordinary.
Ordinary. O-R-D-I-N-A-R-Y. Ordinary.
This word has a near homonym. Hull, noun, the frame or body of a ship exclusive of masts, yards, sails, and rigging. When the new ship was named, a bottle of champagne was smashed on its hull. Hull.
Hull. H-A-L-L. Hull.
This word can be confused with a similar word. Playlist, noun, an official roster used for organizing a personal digital music collection. Arun has a playlist of classical music to listen to while studying. Playlist.
Playlist. P-L-A-Y-L-I-S-T.
Trickster. A skilled trickster, Sonia, conned her sister into giving her the larger piece of cake. Trickster.
Trickster. T-R-I-C-K-E-R.
This word has a homonym. Dire, adjective, demanding immediate action to fend off disastrous consequences. Exigent, urgent. The school was in dire need of a technology upgrade. The computers still used floppy disks. Dire.
Dire. D-R-E. Dire. Wait.
Sitcom. The popular sitcom focused on the lives of 6 friends living in the same apartment building. Sitcom.
S-I-T-C-O-N.
This word has a homonym. Indie, Noun. Something such as a record or film produced for an unaffiliated company. You've probably never heard of my favorite film, sniffed the hipster. It's an indie.
Indie. I-N-D-I-E.
Scrolls. Henry often loses track of time while he scrolls on his phone. Scrolls.
Scrolls. S-C-R-O-L-L-S. Scrolls.
Detect. As Jennifer kept her room very organized, she was quick to detect that her favorite teddy bear was missing. Detect.
E-E-T-E-C, detect.
Savor. Lina thought it was critical to savor each bite of food when dining out. Savor.
Savor. S-A-V-O-R. Savor.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Eyesore. Noun. Something offensive to the sight. The abandoned house with its broken windows and peeling paint was an eyesore in the otherwise well-maintained neighborhood. Eyesore.
Eyesore. E-Y-E-S-O-R-E. Eyesore.
Scarf. Aisha wrapped the scarf more tightly around her neck to help keep the wind at bay. Scarf.
Scarf. S-C-A-R-F. Scarf.
Pineapple. Unlike many other fruits, a pineapple will not continue to ripen after being harvested. Pineapple.
Pineapple. P-I-N-E-A-P-P-L-E. Pineapple.
Hedgehog. Excited to see a hedgehog in her garden, Prudence set up a night vision motion sensor camera to capture its activities. Hedgehog.
Hedgehog. H-E-D-G-E-C-H.
Nile. Generally considered the longest river in the world, the Nile has been critical for trade, transportation, and crop irrigation in Egypt for thousands of years. Nile.
Nile. N-I-L-E. Nile.
Inclined. The father inclined his head over the crib, checking that the baby was sleeping safe and sound. Inclined.
Inclined. I-N-C-L-I-N-E-D. Inclined.
Squints. When Daisy's father is disappointed with her grades, he squints at them for a long time. Squints.
Squints. S-Q-U-I-N-T-S. Squints.
capital letters and like hyphens?
Colin, tell Mr. Tester where we are. So he doesn't burn us up. Oh, God. I didn't really do
Wizard. Divya has the reputation of being the class's math wizard. Wizard.
Wizard. W-I-Z-A-R-D. Wizard.
Vibrant. The nurse had a vibrant personality that could cheer even the most despondent patient. Vibrant.
Vibrant. V-I-B-R-A-N-T. Vibrant.
Basically, Alistair had always believed that people were basically decent, but then he met the cousins on his mother's side. Basically.
Basically. B-A-S-I-C-A-L-L-Y. Basically.
Jamestown. If you visit Jamestown these days, you will see a lovely but inaccurately dressed statue of Pocahontas. Jamestown.
Jamestown. J-A-M-E-S-T-O-W-N.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Ogre. Noun, a hideous giant represented in fairy tales and folklore as feeding on human beings, a monster. Cho wrote a tale about an ogre who lived under a bridge and feasted on every 10th person who crossed. Ogre.
Ogre. O-G-R-E. Ogre.
Caverns. A team of spelunkers is making an attempt to map the entire system of caverns. Caverns.
Caverns. C-A-V-E-R-N-S. Caverns.
Fidgeting. The nervous substitute teacher was constantly fidgeting with his collar, a quirk the students were quick to imitate. Fidgeting.
Fidgeting. F-I-D-G-I-T.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Dependable, adjective, trustworthy. When hiring, companies look for dependable employees who will complete their work on time. Dependable.
Dependable. D-E-P-E-N-D-A-B-L-E. Dependable.
This word has a homonym, weird, adjective, curious in nature or appearance, of strange or extraordinary character, odd, unusual. Most episodes of Sherlock begin with the weird, a weird or puzzling event. Weird.
Weird. W-E-I-R-D. Weird.
Lavished. Monique lavished praise on her puppy for catching the frisbee. Lavished.
Lavished. L-A-V-I-S-H-E-D. Lavished.
Cobblestone. The carriage horse stumbled over a loose cobblestone. Cobblestone.
Cobblestone. C-O-B-B-L-E-S-T-O-N-E.
Scrawny. Arav spent weeks nursing the scrawny puppy back to health. Scrawny.
Scrawny. S-C-R-A-W-N-Y. Scrawny.
This word has a homonym, mutual, adjective, shared in common, enjoyed by each, common. Willem and his new neighbor quickly discovered that they had a mutual friend, mutual.
Mutual. M-U-T-U-A-L. Mutual.
Neptune. With winds that surpass 1,200 miles per hour, Neptune is easily the windiest planet in our solar system. Neptune.
Neptune. N-E-P-T-U-N-E.
Alibi. To support his alibi, Jake showed a video he made during his trip to Hawaii. Alibi.
Alibi. A-L-I-B-I. Alibi.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Invasions, plural noun. Hostile entrances or armed attacks on the property or territory of another for conquest or plunder. The Nazi invasions of neighboring countries were terrifyingly swift. Invasions.
Invasions. I-N-V-A-S-I-O-N-S.
Adorned. His shoes were polished. His hat was well brushed, and a lace handkerchief adorned his breast pocket. Adorned.
Adorn. O-N-D.
Telescope. George watched the lunar eclipse through the telescope. Telescope.
Telescope. T-E-L-E-S-C-O-P-E. Telescope.
Surrounded. The trees surrounded the cabin and gave it a peaceful, secluded feeling. Surrounded.
S-U-R-R-O-U-N-E-D, surrounded.
Sardine. Destiny's cat, Mr. Picky Pants, refused to eat unless Destiny tops his cat kibbles with a finely diced sardine. Sardine.
Sardine. S-A-R-D-I-N-E, sardine.
Orientation. The hikers used a map and a compass for orientation prior to setting out on the trail. Orientation.
Orientation. O-R-E.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Decimal. Adjective. Subdivided into tenths or hundredths units. The U.S. uses a system of decimal coinage, which with each dollar divide into 100 cents. Decimal.
Decimal. D-E-C-I-M-A-L. Decimal.
This word has a homonym. Conkers, plural noun. A game popular in England in which each player swings a horse chestnut, or originally a snail shell, threaded into a string to try to break one held by an opponent. Libyan Abe spent all afternoon collecting chestnuts so they could play conkers. Conkers.
Conkers. C-O-N-C-U. No.
Dingoes. One of the longest structures in the world is a fence that was constructed in Australia in the late 19th century to keep sheep flocks safe from dingoes. Dingoes.
Dingoes. D-I-N-G-O-E-S. Dingoes.
Archduke. The most famous Archduke is probably Franz Ferdinand, whose assassination was the immediate cause of World War I. Archduke.
Archduke. A-R-C-H-D-U-K-E. Archduke.
Novice. Efwa is a novice on the flute, but has played other instruments for years. Novice.
Novice, N-O-V-I-C-E, novice.
37. Technique. English ballet dancer Margot Fontaine was known for the purity of her technique. Technique.
Technique. TECHNIQUE. Technique.
Dutifully. Henrietta dutifully visited her ailing grandmother. Dutifully.
Dutifully. DOOT.
Mournful. Ivan the dog made a mournful little noise when his human refused to share the last bite of steak. Mournful.
Mournful. MOURNFUL. Mournful.
Emboldened. With her lucky four-leaf clover in her pocket, Amelia felt emboldened to put forward her name for class president. Emboldened.
Emboldened.
EMBOLDENED. Emboldened.
Contessa. The Contessa moved gracefully through the halls of her palazzo to greet the guests. Contessa.
Contessa. CONTESSA. Contessa.
Sustenance. Before the Great Famine, many people in Ireland relied on the potato as their main source of sustenance. Sustenance.
Sustenance. SUSTI.
Professional. Melvin's professional demeanor makes him a favorite with the customers. Professional.
Professional. PROFF.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Columns, plural noun, vertical arrangements of items printed or written on a page or otherwise inscribed, vertical lists. The spreadsheet had so many columns of data that Harim's eyes began to swim. Columns.
Columns. COLUMNS. Columns.
This word has a homonym, chai, noun, a beverage that is traditionally made from a blend of black tea, honey, spices, and milk. After her yoga class, Zabrina met her best friend to catch up over a cup of chai. Chai.
Chai. CHAI. Chai.
Renowned. George Washington Carver, a renowned agricultural scientist, introduced nitrogen-rich plants to cotton fields to replenish the soil and increase yield. Renowned.
Renowned. RENOUNED.
Corridor. The chain store dominates the Southern California market in the corridor between Los Angeles and San Diego. Corridor.
Corridor. CORRIDOR. Corridor.
This word has a homonym, Wales. Geographical entry, a country in southwestern Great Britain. Fiona was excited for her trip to see all 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom: England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Wales.
Wales. WALES. Wales.
Cardigan. Samantha layered a cardigan over a turtleneck to ward off the chilly breeze. Cardigan.
Cardigan. Cardigan. Cardigan.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Sudoku, noun, a logic puzzle in which a grid must be filled in with numbers in such a way that every row, column, and subsection contains each of the numerals 1 through 9 only once. To pass the time, Latrice downloaded an app and began to play Sudoku on her phone. Sudoku.
Doku. S-U-D-O-K-U. Sudoku.
Instinctive. Grandpa seemed to have an instinctive knack for getting the baby to sleep. Instinctive.
Instinctive. INSTINCTIVE.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Ransacked. Verb. Looked very thoroughly and zealously through, searched, often forcefully or roughly, rummaged. Devora ransacked her bedroom for her missing unicorn sock. Ransacked.
RANSACKED.
Trodden. The wild horses had trodden over the fields, flattening the tall grass and weeds. Trodden.
Trotted. TROTT.
Swankiest. Many consider La Coco to be the swankiest restaurant in all of New York City. Swankiest.
Swankiest. SWANKIEST. Swankiest.
Reflexology. Kenny manages his arthritis pain with medication from his doctor, low impact exercise, and reflexology. Reflexology.
Reflexology. REFLEXOLOGY. Reflexology.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Convictions, plural noun, strongly held beliefs or views. Denise refuses to abandon her convictions based on what the journalists are reporting. Convictions.
Convictions. CONVICTIONS. Convictions.
Discriminating. A child of discriminating tastes, Millicent insisted on eating Fruit Loops, never ever Fruity Pebbles. Discriminating.
Discriminating. Discriminating. Discriminating.
Penchant. While visiting Ankara, Nanette developed a penchant for Turkish coffee. Penchant.
Penchant. Penchant. Penchant.
Pulverized. The wrecking ball pulverized the dilapidated old building. Pulverized.
Pulverized. Pulverized. Pulverized.
Morbidity. Jen's morbidity is controlled by a modified diet, increased exercise, and routine care from her physician. Morbidity.
Morbidity. Morbidity.
Lineage. Manuel can trace his lineage to 2 passengers on the Mayflower. Lineage.
Lineage. Lineage.
This word can be confused with a similar word. Drudgery, noun, dull, fatiguing, and unrelieved work or expenditure of effort. Rupert welcomes any new invention that helps take some of the drudgery out of housework. Drudgery.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Drudgery.
Drudgery. Drudgery. Drudgery.
Intolerance. Ginny is grateful that she does not suffer from lactose intolerance, since ice cream is her favorite food. Intolerance.
Intolerance. Intolerance. Intolerance.
Motley. Each guest drew a gift from the motley assortment in the grab bag. Motley.
Motley. Motley. Motley.
This word has a homonym. Prominence, noun, the quality or state of being without fundamental or marked change, durability. The costume designer always used the same brand of dye because of the vivid colors it produced and its permanence on fabrics. Permanence.
Permanence. Wait, can you repeat that, please?
Permanence.
All right. Permanence. Permen.
Abdomen. Clara's workout includes exercises to strengthen the muscles of her abdomen. Abdomen.
Abdomen. Abdomen. Abdomen.
This word has a homonym. Cocoon, noun, the envelope often composed largely of silk, which the larvae of many insects form about themselves previous to changing to a pupa, and in which they pass the pupa stage. Ricky found a cocoon attached to a branch on an oak tree. Cocoon.
Cocoon. Cocoon. Cocoon.
This word has a homonym. Korea, geographical entry. Peninsula 600 miles long and 135 miles wide in eastern Asia between the Yellow Sea and the East Sea, Sea of Japan, with a strait of the same name to the south and China to the north. Although they once roamed Korea freely, Siberian tigers are now only seen on the northern part of the peninsula. Korea.
Korea. Korea.
Mystified. The cookie's disappearance mystified Mom until she saw her son's guilty expression. Mystified.
Mystify. M-I-S.
Ensnarement. Thomas's ensnarement was assured when the puppy stared meaningfully into his eyes and gave him a soft lick on the hand. Ensnarement.
Ensnarement. I-N.
Demeanor. Clyde practiced a professional demeanor before his first interview. Demeanor.
Demeanor. D-E-A-M.
Appeasement. The most notorious historical example of appeasement is the Munich Agreement, where British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain accepted Nazi Germany's annexation of the Sudetenland. Appeasement.
Appeasement. A-P-P-E-A-S-M.
Singapore. Singapore, which was formerly a British colony, has been an independent republic since 1965. Singapore.
Singapore, S-I-N-G-A-P-O-O.
Referral. Jack has a referral to see a specialist about his environmental allergies. Referral.
Referral. R-E-F-E-R-R-A-L. Referral.
This word has a homonym, aerials, plural noun, usually metallic devices such as rods, wires, or arrangements of wires for radiating or receiving radio waves, antennas. The shipwrecked passengers improved aerials out of debris to see if they could pick up a radio signal. Aerials.
Can you please repeat the word?
Aerials.
Aerials. A-E-R-I-A-L-S. Aerials.
Transept. Work has begun to replace the roof over the church's transept.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Transept.
Transept. T-R-A-N-C-E-P-T? No.
This word could be confused with a similar word, aversion, noun, a firmly settled and vehement dislike, antipathy, used usually with to, from, or for. Mina's aversion to avocados began at a young age and continues to this day. Aversion.
Aversion. A-V-E-R-S E-R-S-I-O-N. Aversion.
Darwinism. Darwinism can be observed in insects that over the course of many generations develop and pass on their resistance to a particular human pesticide, rendering it ineffective. Darwinism.
Darwinism. D-A-R-W-I-N-I-S-M. Darwinism.
Prioress. Freddie recently read a book about a prioress who celebrated the opening of a new chapel with her community. Prioress.
Prioress. P-R-I-O-R-E-S-S. Prioress.
Brocade. Tina discovered a generous brocade in the remnant bin at the fabric store. Brocade.
Brocade. B-R-O-C-A-D-E. Brocade.
Perdition. Overly remorseful for his minor wrongdoing, Calum felt sure of perdition. Perdition.
Perdition. P-E-R-D-I-T-I-O-N.
Fortuitous. Gavin's timing was fortuitous, as he was starving and the chocolate chip cookies had just come out of the oven. Fortuitous.
Fortuitous. Fortuitous.
This word could be confused with a similar word, adduced, verb, brought forward or presented for consideration in a discussion, analysis, or contention. The archaeologist adduced many artifacts during the presentation to support his theory on the ancient culture's ritual practices. Adduced.
Can you repeat the word?
Adduced.
Adduced. A-D-U.
Coronation. Grandma still remembers watching the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in 1953. Coronation.
Coronation. C-O-R-O-N-A-T-I-O-N. Coronation.
This word has a near homonym. Pallid, adjective. Lacking the normal amount of color. Wan, used especially for the human countenance of illness. Fatima took one look at her son's pallid face and sent him immediately back to bed. Pallid.
Pallid. P-A-L-L-I-D. Pallid.
This word has a homonym. Throes, plural noun. The struggles, anguish, disorder, or confusion characteristic of a transitional period as the active phase of creation of some new thing. While in the throes of a search for a new superintendent, the school board inadvertently overlooked curriculum issues that required attention. Throes.
Throws. T-H-R-O-E-S. Throws.
Moppet. Trudy's Moppet turned 3 last week and will soon start preschool. Moppet.
Moppet? M-O-P-P-E-T, Moppet?
Padre. As a padre in the British Army, Henry discourages the unit from addressing him as sir because he is outside the chain of command for his unit. Padre.
Could you repeat that, please?
Padre.
Padre. P-A-D-R-E.
Kimchi. Kimchi has a strong smell, but it is strangely delicious and full of probiotics. Kimchi.
Kimchi. K-I-M-C-H-I. Kimchi.
Chaplain. The prison chaplain holds an ecumenical service every Sunday. Chaplain.
Chaplain. CHAPLAIN. Chaplain.
Rhetorical. The debate teacher tried to explain to Dylan that the speed round was not the time to give a rhetorical speech. Rhetorical.
Rhetorical. RHETORICAL. Rhetorical.
Resinous. Amber is often used to make jewelry because of its resinous appearance and distinctive color. Resinous.
Resinous. RESINOUS. Resinous.
Heirloom. This word could be confused with a similar word. Heirloom, noun, something having special monetary or sentimental value or significance that is handed on either by or apart from formal inheritance from one generation to another. Great-grandfather's Bavarian cuckoo clock is a treasured family heirloom. Heirloom.
Heirloom. HEIRLOOM. Heirloom.
This word has a homonym, humus, noun, a brown or black complex and varying material formed by the partial decomposition of vegetable or animal matter, the organic portion of soil. Mario's compost heap provides a ready supply of humus for his garden. Humus.
Humus. HUMOUS.
Please listen carefully as I provide additional information about your word. This word is a compound entry. You are responsible for spelling all parts of the word entry. Your word is Richter Scale. The largest earthquake on record occurred near Valdivia, Valdivia, Chile, in 1960, measuring at 9.5 on the Richter scale. Richter scale.
I don't have to say the space, right? Okay. Richter Scale. RICHTERSCALE. Richter Scale.
This word has a homonym, mean, noun, the air or bearing of a person, especially as expressive of mood or personality. Fame and fortune did not alter Mabel's humble mien.
Mean. M-I-E-N. Mean.
Cantonese. Char se bao, or steamed pork buns, are a classic Cantonese dish. Cantonese.
Cantonese. CANTONESE. Cantonese.
Poultice. Graham's remedy for rashes or skin problems of any sort is a mustard poultice.
Poultice. Poultice.
Conurbation. The Kanto region of Japan has long been a large industrial conurbation. Conurbation.
Conurbation. CONURBATION. Conurbation.
Refectory. Brother Samuel returned to the refectory for dinner. Refectory.
Refectory. REFECTORY. Refectory.
Plastron. When Yasmin noticed signs of shell rot on her turtle's plastron, she whisked it to a veterinarian for treatment. Plastron.
Plastron. PLASTRON. Plastron.
This word could be confused with a similar word, Kaddish, noun, an ancient Jewish mourner's prayer recited daily at public services during the first 11 months after the death of a parent or other close relative and on subsequent anniversaries of the death. In the mourner's Kaddish, there is no mention of death or mourning. Kaddish.
Kaddish. CA.
Hawsers. Pappy tossed the hawsers to Popeye so he could moor the ship to the dock. Hawsers.
Hawsers. HAWSERS. Hawsers.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Coracle, noun, a small boat made by covering a wicker frame with hide or leather. Aiko rowed an old coracle to the small island in the middle of the lake. Coracle.
Coracle. Coracle. Coracle.
This word has a homonym. Albion, noun, Great Britain or England. The term Albion can be translated as white land, and the Romans explained it as referring to the color of the chalk cliffs of Dover. Albion.
Albion. A-L-B-I-O-N. Albion.
Montmorency. Herb plucked a Montmorency from the tree and added it to his bucket. Montmorency.
Montmorency. Montmorency. Montmorency.
Bloomsbury. The Bloomsbury artists, including Virginia Woolf and E.M. Forster, are remembered for both their individual achievements and their disdain for the social mores of the early 20th century. Bloomsbury.
Bloomsbury. Bloomsbury.
Arapaho. Some believe the name of the Arapaho comes from a Crow designation meaning many tattoos. Arapaho.
Arapaho. A-R-A-P-A-H-O. Arapaho.
Ballast. When traveling without cargo, many container ships simply use water as ballast, which they then release at their destination. Ballast.
Could you repeat the word?
Ballast.
B-A-L-L-I.
Saxon. Alfred the Great, a 9th century king who believed that England could prevail against the Vikings if his subjects were literate and educated, was a Saxon. Saxon.
Saxon. S-A-X-O-N. Saxon.
This word has a near homonym, porpoise, noun, any of various small, gregarious, toothed whales having a blunt, rounded snout that does not form a projecting beak. Killer whales are a natural enemy of the spectacled porpoise. Porpoise.
Porpoise. P-O-R-P-O-I-S-E. Porpoise.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Shallot, noun, a bulbous perennial herb that resembles an onion and produces small clustered bulbs used in seasoning. Streethen didn't have time to go to the store again, so he substituted a white onion for a shallot in the recipe. Shallot.
Could you please repeat the word?
Shallot.
Shallot. S-H-A-L-O-T. Shallot.
Auxiliary. Roland volunteers as an auxiliary guide for the local youth mountaineers club. Auxiliary.
Could you repeat the word?
Auxiliary.
O E-X-A.
No, you get a different word.
Okay.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Vomer, noun, a bone of the skull of most vertebrates that is situated below the nasal region that develops from lateral halves and that in humans forms a vertical plate that constitutes part of the nasal septum. In humans, the vomer separates the right side of the nasal cavity from the left. Vomer.
Could you please repeat the word?
Vomer.
Okay. V-O-M-E-R. Vomer.